found in the Epstein files about Shiba Inu. So here's an email from August 26, 2013 from Richard Kahn. And Richard Kahn is a banker at HBRK Associates Inc. in New York. Richard is forwarding this email to Jeffrey Epstein. We don't know who the email is from, but someone sent this to Richard, who is associated with Jeffrey Epstein and banking, and Richard forwarded it to Epstein. And the subject is Lucia, my dog. Lucia or Luca, my dog. It says she is a Shiba Inu or Hokkaido Ken, similar, right? Both from Japan. Okay. When I started reading the Epstein files, I just started really reading it today. I noticed that they keep using this equal sign, okay? And oddly enough, in the next thing I'm going to show you, it answered my question about why they're using the equal sign, okay? So it says Shiba Inu or Hokkaido Ken, similar, I'm guessing that says well-trained, equal trained. I can put a piece of raw meat in front of her and equal I'm guessing that she won't budge until I say so. Very obedient and quiet. They do not bark unless in an extreme case. They are aloof and independent, are content to be alone and play alone. She tosses the ball toy and chases it herself. This is a medium-sized dog, kind of like a Shiba Inu. It is known for loving its owner, bravery, and its thick coat. It is from Hokkaido, after all. Most unusually, it is able to fight the Hokkaido brown bear by attacking the bear's back, holding on to the bear's neck until the air runs off. Now, guys, this is very morbid, because what I'm taking this as is not talking about a literal Shiba Inu, but a person, a human being, someone who they are trafficking. A female who they are trafficking, right? Oh, and if you're wondering where you may have seen this dog before, maybe it's from reading about these SoftBank commercials. And here's the link. I clicked on the link, the video was removed. Okay? It says it would be wonderful to have her with me. I have included pics of her. She's 18 to 20 pounds, okay? So guys, I went looking for this video. So this video right here, I went looking for it. And they removed it. So I said, okay, SoftBank commercials. So I went into Google and looked up SoftBank commercials. And guys, you won't believe what I found. Take a look at the SoftBank commercial that I found. De son. Mon cœur est gravé dans mes chansons, poupée de cire, poupée de son. Suis-je meilleure, suis-je pire qu'une poupée de salon? Je vois la vie en rose. Okay, do you guys see that? There's that equal sign, right, which represents SoftBank that we see in the Jeffrey Epstein emails. Then there's a naked girl, young girl, and right next to the naked young girl is the Shiba Inu dog. And that equal sign came up when the guy took a picture of the naked girl. And that guy happens to be Brad Pitt. Okay, so I decided to go into these files and look at who SoftBank is. And in these files, I found emails from Jeffrey Epstein to Thomas Landon from the New York Times. And in an email, Thomas Landon contacts Jeffrey Epstein and says, I'm doing a story on this new SoftBank tech fund. He basically says to Jeffrey Epstein, I was thinking this deal had your fingerprints on it. And then Jeffrey Epstein says, no, but I thought it was silly. And then he says, Landon says, oh, I see silly, not silky, with a smiley face. That's him being a pervert right there. And then Jeffrey Epstein says, I will call you later, a little bit later about it. So as I dug deeper, I found out what the SoftBank tech was, and it has to do with 5G and these cell towers. So in this article called Telecom, Pay TV, and Satellite Outlook, it talks about how SoftBank wanted to merge with Sprint. It says the reality was that even though SoftBank and Sprint held countless discussions over many months with Deutsche Telecom and T-Mobile USA, which has been widely disclosed in the press, and even with the press reporting the telecom made fast-dish offer to SoftBank to try to save the deal, SoftBank's response was to essentially double down by deciding to keep Sprint independent. So they kept Sprint independent, then they increased Sprint's capital expenditures. So SoftBank raised its ownership stake in Sprint to approximately 85%. Okay, so then it talks about the wireless competition. It discusses expected 5G rollout in 2019 and 2020. And it discusses spectrum build-outs. It analyzes how increased CapEx would benefit tower companies. It talks about 5G towers. Each of the 4 nationwide carriers have significant projects they're working on to maintain existing and create new competitive advantages. Sprint has been the most vocal recently about significantly increasing CapEx over the next 2 years in order to improve the coverage via macro tower expansion, as well as utilize massive MIMO and small cell densification to harness the power of its unique 2.5 gigahertz spectrum. Then we get into another email from Landon, who is the news reporter, and the subject is about this vision from and Saudi and the Saudis. And it says, if you are an outside investor in VF, I would think this type of investment wouldn't worry you. I really think there are some fishy things going on here with Saudi. I just need to find out what they are. Then he puts New York SoftBank Group Corp's Vision Fund will invest in creating the world's biggest solar power project in Saudi Arabia. It said on Tuesdays, stepping up its involvement in the kingdom and expanding beyond technology. The project is expected to have the capacity to produce up to 200 gigawatts by 2030, right? The 2030 agenda that they have. SoftBank chief executive, listen to the name, Masayoshi Son, told reports in New York. That would add to around 400 gigawatts of globally installed solar power capacity and is comparable to the world's total nuclear power capacity of around 390 gigawatts as of the end of 2016. Big investors in solar power, Saudi Arabia, the world's biggest oil exporter, can reduce the amount of crude it currently uses to generate power and increase its overseas shipments. The move illustrates the commitment by the de facto Saudi ruler, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, to transform the country's economic status quo. Now, the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, I believe Brandon saw that being the Antichrist. I cannot confirm that. The Lord did not show me who the Antichrist was, but I think it's interesting, right? Then the final investment total for the 200 GW of generation, including the solar panels, battery storage, and a manufacturing facility for panels in Saudi Arabia, will eventually total around 200 billion, Sun said. The initial phase of the project for 7.2, I guess that's gigawatts, of solar capacity will cost $5 billion and $1 billion coming from SoftBank's Vision Fund and the rest from project financing, he said. And this is from the financial reporter in the New York Times, Landon Thomas. So that name of the SoftBank chief executive, right, the CEO, Masayoshi Son, sounds pretty familiar to the creator of Shiba. So similar to Bitcoin's creator Satoshi Nakamoto, Riashi's true identity remains unknown, and Riashi is the one who made the Shiba coin. So we don't know who made Bitcoin, and we don't know who made Shiba. Now, Shiba was created in August of 2020. It's interesting because in May 2022, Ryoshi deleted all their social media posts and blogs, effectively leaving the project to the community. I find it very, very interesting. I just heard a stable coin. A stable coin indeed. And I see X marks the spot. And the ripple effect. And people will sell it out for my glory and coins will drop. I have no idea what any of that means, Lord. Okay, I was about to go on with the rest of the video, but then the Lord reminded me of this. The JP Chase Morgan commercial, and they had the Shiba dog on it. Now, Jeffrey Epstein is tied to JP Morgan Chase because JP Morgan Chase is all throughout the Epstein files. And he's showing me the connection. Okay, so then let's get to this. Then I found this email. And in this email, Jeffrey Epstein's banker sends him an article about Donald Trump saying that SoftBank pledges to invest $50 billion in the U.S. after having a conversation with Donald Trump. Let's go and take a look at the Wall Street Journal. Okay, so when we pull up the article from the Wall Street Journal, it says when billionaires meet, $50 billion pledge from SoftBank to Trump. And this is when Trump was president-elect. And it says, after meeting Donald Trump, SoftBank's Masashi Son sheds new light. Sheds new light? Is that English? Existing investment plans. This is December 7th of 2016. It says, Masayoshi Son, the brash billionaire who controls Sprint Corp, said Tuesday he would invest $50 billion in the U.S. and create 50,000 new jobs following a 45-minute private meeting with President-elect Trump. The telecom mogul who made his fortune in Japan with SoftBank Group Corp announced his investment. I can't read the rest because I'm not subscribed to Wall Street Journal, nor do I want to be. Okay, so how is this all tying together? As I was thinking that, the Lord was showing me how Donald Trump just had a meeting with the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, and they were discussing a deal, a huge deal, right? Let's go back to this email from 2018, and it says, in New York, SoftBank Group Corp's Vision Fund will invest in creating the world's biggest solar power project in Saudi Arabia. Now we just saw that SoftBank was going to invest billions of dollars because of he just said negotiations with Trump. Okay, guys, you are I'm doing this real time. So we're putting the puzzle pieces together real time. You're going along with me on this journey. So what I want to see now is what happened with that plan in 2016 with SoftBank. That's what we're going to look at now. And this is all going to come back to, okay, possibly Shiba being a stable coin for some reason. Okay, so as I continue to go down the rabbit hole, I'm finding out some shocking things, guys. So SoftBank, okay? So in December 2024, Donald Trump and SoftBank Group CEO Masashi Son announced that SoftBank planned to invest $100 billion in the U.S. over the next 4 years, mainly in artificial intelligence-related projects such as data centers and technology infrastructures. That announcement included a claim that it would help create 100,000 jobs. Okay. So this is crazy because in the way that they're investing this, SoftBank has not literally handed $100 billion in cash to the U.S. government in the way people sometimes imagine, But investment pledges generally mean the company plans to deploy capital into U.S. projects, startups, infrastructures, or joint ventures over time. So I looked up and saw, okay, what are they investing in? And you guys, this is crazy. A major part of the broader plan SoftBank is participating in is a joint AI infrastructure venture called Stargate, LLC, involving SoftBank, OpenAI, Oracle, and MGX. That is absolutely nuts. So let's just do a quick recap. So I looked up Shiba Inu in the Epstein files, and I found this email from Jeffrey Epstein's banker forwarding this message from someone else speaking about Shiba Inu. In that email, it was talking about SoftBank, and we know now that SoftBank is supported by Donald Trump, and is behind Stargate, and they're a bank and a tech company who Donald Trump has connections with or made an agreement with so that they can work on AI Stargate programs. There's subliminal messages about the Shiba Inu dog and sex trafficking has something to do with this, guys. Just like Bitcoin falling, the Lord said. But the Lord saying he's going to use Shiba. I feel the Lord. Woo, I feel the Lord. He's gonna, okay, Lord. He's gonna use Shiba Inu for his glory. Ooh. I feel like it could be tied to sex trafficking, but not in the way that we're thinking. I feel like whatever plan they had with Shiba in that manner has failed. But the Lord's going to use it. And I just want to say, I am not a financial advisor, and everything you hear me saying, you need to take it back to the Lord to get confirmation, okay? So I just wanted to put this out here. This is not a complete investigation here, but the Lord just wants me to put this out, and I feel like there's going to be a part 2. Let me know if you guys know anything else about this in the comment section. I don't think anyone has seen this yet throughout the Epstein files, but obviously I have. Guys, look up SoftBank, look up Shiba Inu, look up Stargate, what Donald Trump has to do with SoftBank. This goes all to the beast system. The Lord just said, in the end times glory. We're coming closer to the end, and he's saying newer technology and systematic resets, because in the end times it's all going to be digital currency, right? And the Lord just said it's playing out before our very eyes. But whatever's going to happen, the bartering is going to come first. Yeah, I feel like that's going to be during a crash, and then the great reset will happen. But he's going to have his revival first. For his glory, he said. Guys, hit that like button so this video could get some more people. If you watch me and you haven't subscribed, subscribe and hit that notification button so you can catch me every time I go live and when I upload a new video. All right, I will speak to you guys soon. Hey guys, this video is brought to you by Glory Changers. Go and check out the Glory Changer store where you can get these bracelets that say Jesus, Yeshua, Adonai. There's many different bracelets for men and women. I do pray, decree, and declare, and release the anointing over each bracelet that I make. Each bracelet is made with love, and whatever the Lord has me decree and declare onto it for the person who will receive it, because he knows all things. Glory Changers, from glory to glory. Come and check out the Glory Changer store.